Hey everybody, it's Daryl. This message is intended for my lovely students in IM 555 and Ed 657 at St. Cloud State. This is your welcome video. This is a piece that I have used since teaching mostly online at a prior institution, and I find that this does two things. It provides a lot of context for students. It actually ends up saving you time in the long run in terms of email responses necessary connected to your content. So you're clicking on the welcome video. I'm using Flipgrid, formerly known as Flipgrid, now called Flip from Microsoft. And what I like so much is I can even have my little agenda or a graphic while I do this. So something fun to think about is for your audience is what would you want kids or your audience, maybe it's adults, to do a little quick weather report or something of the like. So a couple of things about today's agenda. Today's asynchronous. The content uncovered in this asynchronous slideshow agenda is going to be uncovered at your convenience between 2:15 today when I'm posting it and 2:21 the day before we meet again. Feedback both on research findings 1 and the learning module analysis on D2L. Scroll through the document that you turned in. I may have left some highlights, some notes within there. I definitely added text to the side. Reach out if you have any questions. I definitely wanted to get you the feedback from research findings 1 before you turn in research findings 2, which will be for next session, before next session. Week 6 content is all about universal design. These are things that really cropped up a lot in distance learning for us in K-12 land. We saw this happen a lot. Basically, we want content to be accessible. So you're going to notice some things in this welcome video that make it really accessible. You're going to notice in the design of the other slides, you're going to see that. And those are things that you're going to want to mimic when you're designing. Not saying that you have to design yours in slides. Maybe it lives in another way. That's a part of the formats piece of the rubric of the upcoming integrated learning module. After you get a chance to read through the reading, which is an Edutopia article about universal design for learning, I'm asking that you create a Flipgrid response. Flipgrid is a video response. It's like a discussion board, but we get to see your lovely faces, smiles, and hear you kind of talk through those points. My big focus for you is what are 2 takeaways for you from that article that you're going to use when you're designing your learning module. Take a moment to reflect on the article, post your response, things about what you're going to be thinking about then when designing. After that, make time to peruse the integrated learning module rubric. It's listed in 2 places. In week 6 content, it's also posted under assignments. 3 timeline pieces for that on my little sticky note as a reminder. First, 3-1, our last day of class together. 3-1, I'm asking for folks to arrive ready to give us a tour of your module. Not saying it has to be 100% polished because it's not due until 3-7. 3-1, the same last day of class synchronously on Zoom, I am asking for you to have links for folks so that we can have praise, push, feedback. My goal is for us to give a tour on the last session, week 8 together, which isn't too far away, for us to be able to give a tour to our tiered groups, get some feedback, and then put that into play, polish that product, and then post it as a final draft for me to be able to assess. Reach out early if you have questions about the requirements. If you're feeling stuck, reach out, call, text, email. I'm glad too during my commute or after my kids are down after reading, to walk through some ways to get you feeling unstuck. One of my least favorite feelings in grad school was when I was feeling unsure about how to move forward. And sometimes I just chose not to move forward until the instructor reached out and said, hey, where are you at on this? And then I could kind of air those concerns. Don't wait too long. Lastly, now that you've had a chance to look at the feedback and research findings, one, I want you to explore a similar topic for research findings too. And my hope is that's going to also inform the learning module design, that it's going to inform the final paper. I wish you an amazing week 6, no matter when Minnesota decides to make up their mind on what the weather will be like. Maybe it'll be rain, maybe it'll be snow. I did see some mid to high 30s in the forecast. I hope you get a chance to get out and enjoy those nice mild temps for this time of year. Wishing you an awesome week, everybody. Reach out early if you have any questions. Take care.